Mary, Mary, Quite Contrary is a nursery rhyme that was first published in the mid-1700s in England, but the rhyme for which goes back to the 16th century Tudor era. But what does a nursery rhyme mean, and who, or what is it about? Historians usually suggest that the rhyme, which dates back to Tudor England, is about Queen Mary Tudor, daughter of Henry VIII, also known as Bloody Mary. The reason for Mary being contrary, as the rhyme suggests, is largely due to her Catholic beliefs and anti-Protestantism, as well as, for the same reason as being called Bloody Mary, because of her large crackdown and execution of Protestants. However, where it comes to the details of the rhyme is where things are less concrete, or where there could be two meanings, or possibly a double meaning. In Mary's garden, which is filled with silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row, some historians believe that this simply represents the fact that she was Catholic, and this is why she was contrary, with silver bells representing the cathedral bells of the Catholic Church. Cockle shells are symbols of Catholicism, as used by pilgrims to the shrine of St. James in Spain, to identify themselves as pilgrims, and pretty maids all in a row potentially representing nuns of the Catholic Church. Other suggestions, however, have been that the pretty maids all in a row represent her ladies-in-waiting, that the garden was a graveyard, and that silver bells and cockle shells represent torture devices used to extract confessions during her crackdown on Protestants. Whilst one suggestion is that the maids represent the maiden, a Scottish early version of a guillotine, used to execute people by beheading at the time. This was a loose connection given that heretics at this time were largely burned at the stake. Given the fact that these things were also strong symbols for Catholicism, they were probably at the very least used to represent this, whether or not they also reflected her use of torture. One thing for certain is that despite her use of torture and the persecution of heretics, she did not employ torture as much as her rival and sister Elizabeth I, who persecuted and tortured more people than any other monarch in Britain's history. The reason for the rhyme, even the reference to Mary Tudor in other rhymes, and her being referred to as Bloody Mary, has less to do with any actual blood-filled legacy, given it was lower than others, even if it was in a short space of time, and more to do with the fact that she was Catholic, in a newly Protestant country, and went against her own father's creation of the Church of England, and persecuted the status quo religion of the time, which is what made her contrary more than anything. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to be updated with new videos.